coonies, so they're a New Zealand breed of pig, and I think we chose them just because they're quite little, and well, I mean, I know they look massive to us, but as pigs go, they're quite little. They're a really sweet-tempered, gentle pig. They're really, really lovely. They'll have the odd little plain nibble, but they'll never be properly horrid. And they're very affectionate. They like having their tummy tickled. And he likes having a poo. He looks like he's... yeah. My name's Richard, and I'm the community gardener here at Spitalfields City Farm. So my role is in keeping a community in communication with each other around growing their own vegetables and all that sort of thing. We're also turning a space that was previously industrial land into a food growing space. So for me, the farm is so many different things at once. So we've got a very strong environmental focus, got a very strong food producing focus, animal welfare focus, rare breed focus, education focus, empowerment of volunteers, empowerment of local people, lots and lots of different exciting things. An average day for me could be, say, leading a group, and we'll be out in the garden, maybe building a raised bed or planting up a bed, and then you normally end up helping out on other things that are going on around the farm as well.
You're talking about who helps you do all this work?
We are lots of different groups all working together. So I have volunteers coming in. Some of them can be anywhere from people on chronic disability through to people working in the city, everyone working together to grow their own food. I have a lot of help from the local Asmani Centre. There's a men's health group there who are using it as an opportunity to get fit whilst growing their own food. And I have a group of a Turkish-speaking group as well, mostly women, who come down and garden with me as well, and they're using gardening as a form of therapy around medically unexplained pain symptoms. We're just coming up into the farmyard now, and we're just underneath all the sort of like woodland area. We're going past the beehives, and this is where the animals are spending their evenings. So we've got oh look, there's the little pygmy goats there, because we had the goat race at the weekend. Hello Barney, hello. Are you handsome? Are you? Are you going to speak to everyone?
He's probably going to eat the microphone, given half a chance. Yeah. It does look quite fluffy.
Yes, this is Barney, the little pygmy goat, who was in the goat race at the weekend. He's not a normal resident here. He used to live here, but I think he lives on Mudchute Farm now, and he came back specially just for the race at the weekend.
Did he win?
I can't remember who won. He's
no rosettes anyway around their neck. So is he bitey?
Yeah.
Maybe. Move on.
So thanks to the goat race, I think that covers virtually all our vet bills. So it's a really amazing thing having the goat race here every year.
Even if you can't remember the winner.
Even though we can't remember the winner, yeah. We tend to have the donkeys in here and all the sheep and goats in here. And you see how it's sort of like it's all wheelchair accessible, and we encourage children to come down here and enjoy it. And it's really amazing how the animals are such a switch on for a lot of people, and for adults as well. There'll be people who just don't seem to be getting the farm, and then they'll meet an animal and something will open up, like, you know, working with a Turkish-speaking group. There'll be memories of being back in eastern Turkey, because a lot of that group are of Kurdish heritage, so they're sort of farming backgrounds. So they're, you know, it's very urban where they're living now, and we've got goat babies on their way, so they can't wait to make goat's milk cheese when the goat's milk comes in about May. I think we're going to get baby goats. So that's another one for people to think about and come down here.
So you've got goats, donkeys.
We've got a full range of animals, just sort of like for all sorts, and the big focus on rare breeds, because we're trying to keep that heritage alive and that genetic pool alive. But we've got all sorts of animals that sort of wouldn't really be considered rare breeds, but they might sort of like open something up for someone that they'll connect with it. So things like guinea pigs and rabbits, and then we've got our farm cats, and we have the goats, the sheep, the donkeys, the pigs, which are absolutely amazing, and then we're hoping to have cows. We're looking at miniature cows.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a no slaughter policy on the farm. Any of the animals that are here never ever get slaughtered for human consumption. We produce eggs, but that's it. And like I say, with the milk, there will be milk produced, but we won't be selling it. But we don't produce meat. We've just come round to the polytunnels here, which is, these are Lutfan's domain. So Lutfan is from the Coriander Club, and she has been here for 12 years, and she is probably our most prolific gardener here. The amount of food she produces is amazing. And she does a lot of sort of like very typical Northern European vegetables, but she's also got, so in here we're looking at a big, one half of the polytunnel is all sort of like green leafy chard, which is coming through a lot quicker than it would have done out in the outside, because it's warmer in here. On the other side is mooli. You know what I mean by mooli, the massive radishes?
My name is Rosanna, and I run the EcoChic outdoor market and the 2 market workshops here at Spitalfields City Farm. The EcoChic market, we started it last year, and essentially we were just trying out this idea of trying to kind of create a safe space for crafters, for people who work with recycled materials, and we wanted to provide a space for them to sell the beautiful things that they make. So the market has upholsterers, it has people who work with just essentially recycled materials, so clothes, paper, I mean anything basically, and they make really beautiful things to sell at the market. And we tried it last year and it was actually quite successful, so we're actually now working and building up towards the relaunch of the market. So it's actually only going to be a summer market, and we're relaunching on Sunday the 2nd of June. But in the meantime, we're running our 2 market school, which is essentially the traders are teaching local people their skills, how to work with recycled materials, and the things they make at our school, at the 2 market school, they'll be able to sell at the market when we relaunch again on Sunday the 2nd of June. So the school itself starts up properly this Friday. Every Friday we're running these workshops for local people. And essentially we're pretty much booked up.
How many volunteers do you think Spitalfields actually has here?
I'm sure I saw something like we had 2,000 volunteers in 2012.
Volunteers, yeah. In a year we can see almost that amount of people coming in.
As volunteers. Visitors,
yeah.
Loads more.
5,000.
Oh, 5,000 visitors.
Yeah, visitors coming in and out to all the activities as well. So it's all the work we do with local schools as well. One of the projects is amazing, that they bring in local children through their schools, show them what we do here and get them involved in growing. They've got their own growing beds and everything.
We do have a volunteer coordinator. If you don't have much, aren't able to commit very far, maybe it's better for you to be around something like a gardening programme. If you have a lot more commitment, maybe you could work on an animal programme or a children's programme.
Yeah.
So if people listening to this wanted to get involved in some way, what should they do?
They should probably just come straight to my gardening sessions, ignore everything else, which is Sundays 12 till 2.
They should get in touch with Michelle, who is the volunteer coordinator, and come in and see what we do. They get to walk around, and then they get an introduction to all the different projects, and then they get to actually start coming in and kind of participating in any of the things that we've just talked about, really.
So it looks like the spring and summer are quite busy times for you in terms of events. Are there any particular events?
We've got some fantastic events coming up, and the next event is World Donkey Day. We've got Apple Day, we've got the launch of EcoChic Market coming up on the Sheep and Wool Fair on the same day. We've got
Open Garden Squares,
just
which is the 2nd of June.
2nd of June as well. Have a look on the website. All the dates are on the website. We've also got a leaflet with all the events at the office, so just pop in. I'd say to people, pop in, grab a leaflet, talk to any of us that we're all walking about, and have a cup of tea with us, and we can take you through all the events that we've got throughout the year.